Exclamation everybody, and welcome back to Big Pharma. So we're getting down to the wire here, my friends. We've got we're at $3.3 million earned. We need to earn $5 million, and we've only got 2 years remaining. So it looks like I'm just about hopefully going to squeak in at the green level of earning $5 million for standard rank. Doubt very highly, extremely highly doubt I would get expert rank. But at least we'll get the standard rank going there, I think. So I was looking at the ingredients and stuff we have coming on. We got this like painkiller thing coming in to be used as a catalyst, and noticed that if I go under cures here, that we can also have this branch off and do an eases migraine, which has a pretty good demand on it right now. And all we need to do is, what's coming in, 5 to 12. All we need to do is get it to 7 to 12, or 7 to 10 with an evaporator, and then we can go out and then get it down to 5 to 9. So let's see, if I go over to my production here, let's see what we can do with that. So this is coming in at what? It's coming in at 4, so we need to get it to 7. Which shouldn't be too bad. So if I go under basic here, so we just need a 3 to this guy here, get up to 7. Alright, so we'll just put him, maybe we'll branch him off right along this path, perhaps. And then, once we get that, we needed a evaporator, I think, to upgrade it. So grab this one. Put that right there. Excellent. So that'll upgrade it to eases migraine. And then it has to come back down to 5 to 9. So it's actually, it'll be 7, it'll be 8. So it'll be in the range of eases migraine already. So I don't have to do anything with that then. Okay. That works for me. Alright, so we'll go back to here. We'll tie all these belts together, shall we? That one and that one. And then let's get I think I'll just do print these as pills, rather than trying to do the creamer on them, because I don't think it'll do me much good for this particular thing. And there might be patents still on it, so let's just do the pill printer, like so. And yeah, actually I'll have this around this way and have it just come out like that, maybe, and have this one here. I'll just put 2 in there for the moment. I think what I'd like to do is maybe have, since I have some room here, it might make sense to have multiples come out. But let's hit play on this and see how we do, shall we? Since this is a relatively slow process coming this way, I figured why not branch this off a little bit. And that gives us to eases migraine. Unfortunately, we still have the causes dizziness, but we would anyway, regardless of what we did there, because of how much concentration that has. Right? Yeah, because that's all. It's got the whole front end locked in as far as the concentration on that is concerned. So, but we're still good, and that'll be good. It'll be something, a little extra cash coming in. Never hurt anybody.
Product name required.
Alright, migraine reliever, let's say easy going, or easy rider. Let's try that. I don't know why I want to name it that, but there you go. Easy rider. And that will give us some more cash flow coming into the company, I'd say. Hopefully. Let's see, eases migraine, causes dizziness. Yeah, we're good on that. Actually, there's no patent for that at all. So that would be an interesting endeavor to just throw a patent on it. Let's do a stock limit of 5, and let's pump this up to at least 6%.
A competitor has released a new product. I
think. Alright, what has the competitor done? Eases migraine, prevents acne, causes dizziness. Yeah, okay, so that's a thing. It's been a serious outbreak of tuberculosis. Okay, so there'll be a demand for tuberculosis treatments. If I could ever get to that point, which I probably won't. So far so good on this. Actually, our daily production is pretty high on this one. So that's a good thing, I guess, because it doesn't have to jump through so many machines to get out and going. All right, so got that going for us. We got this is all generating some cash, although only 124 bucks, which is a little bit disappointing. Kind of hoping it would generate more than that, but our production and our sales, we're not producing that many per day, so that's probably the problem. Also, we are producing tons of research points, so I should probably start using them, huh? Let's try to cut down all of our costs along the board here. So we'll get that down some. And we'll get, let's see, the planning permission, because I am going to probably expand a little bit. And then up here, that's some of the bigger ones. That's 8 points now. This one, ultraviolet costs will go down. That's probably, these are probably good ones to do. Since I have one ownership of those, and I'll bring the costs down a little bit more, so we get a little bit more, you know, which would do it out of it. Some more, profits. Profit is the word I was looking for. It's not a word I'm accustomed to. Not a word I'm accustomed to at all. But we'll get some more profit out of it. And I think everything else is pretty straight here. Everything else requires at least 8 points, and so we are building up quite quickly here. All right, and then ingredients. I think we've got another 16er here that we can update. So we'll do it with which one of these are the highest? This one, 24. All right, you're down to 20 now. Cool. Cutting costs left and right. Should be making some kind of difference here. We're at 59% operating margin, so we're still not quite. Well, we're 60% now, so we're not quite there yet. As far as that 61, it's coming up a little bit. So it's we've got our costs down pretty much. Our processing costs are still killing us here, 485 bucks. But you know, like our researcher salaries and stuff are rock bottom. Our ingredient costs are pretty damn low as well. So I think we're good there. Let's look at the cures. Now, what else comes after? So we got anti-seizure medicine that can come after that, and that requires a green catalyst, which we actually already have on this guy. This guy's already a green catalyst. So we could just put it through, but we need to get up to 15 to 18. Which might not be that bad a thing, because accelerometer. We're at like, what, 9 now? So that would be... let's see, if that would take 3, which would be 12, 10, 9, yeah, 12, and then another 3. So it'd have to be, yeah, it'd have to be 3 of those in line in order to make that happen. But then I still have to bring it back down to 11 to 15, which wouldn't be, that would just be one more machine after that. Might be something. How much? We don't have that much room, though, do we? No, of course not. Of course we don't. Every time I have to ask myself, do I have room for that? I should know by now. No, I don't have room for that. But what we can do is, let's see. How would I do that? I wouldn't do it that way, that's for sure. Probably have to do this in another facility altogether. So let's come down here. I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, well, actually no. I still have this plot of land here I could buy, huh? Let's do that. So now we own this entire building, which is very cool indeed. And we'll get our wood trim going, so we know that it is ours. Also, I noticed on the main screen and stuff that these pathways are colored. I wonder if I can actually... Oh yeah, you can. Belt A, belt B. I probably should have been doing that up to this point, huh? Right? Like coloring these belts so that so I can see which ones are doing what. Oh, that was interesting. It did some of that. Some of that up there. That's really strange. Okay. But yeah, I guess I could have been doing that to color coordinate some things so I could see these what belts are doing what. But anyway, now we've got this here, I should have some more room to maneuver. So what I want to do is, what is this coming in as? This, well, we still need to do the upgrade, right? Which is this. If I could get this to, then the other way would be good, but I think I'm gonna have to replicate these, I think, to do this. So let's just do that. It's probably easier if I just replicate them. So if I go here with this guy over there, right, and then basic, we do the evaporator again this way, and then that gets me down to, what are these guys here? They're at 8, so I could double that to 16. Yeah, 16, and then 3 would be 19, but then if I reduce it back down to, yeah, well, let's see, that brings me up to, right, so that's 8. That's 8, and then that gets me to this guy, right? So then I had to do, let me just make sure of this. So that gets me back to the eases migraine, and then I need to get to 18, which I could double that to 16, right? And then I have to use this guy, which will put it up to 19, and then it's got to come back down to 15. That shouldn't be too bad. All right, let's see how I can do this. Let's get the advanced. Let's do, no, not the advanced, basic, and we'll do this cryogenic condenser. That guy somewhere where I can easily get to it. I guess we'll put him this way. That'll double it, and then I need to, I guess it wouldn't hurt to just start tying these in so I can see what I'm doing here. Like that. Alright, so this will, let me make sure this is doing the upgrade that I think it is. Right, that's eases migraine. And it's going to come into here. Taking the long route, unfortunately, but can't get these to spin the way that I want them to spin. So that'll come into here, that'll double it to 18, and then I need to hook it up to a whatchamadoozit. Or I'm sorry, it doubles it to 16, sorry, math and all those things. And then we need to upgrade it with hygrometer, or however you pronounce that. So grab this, and we'll put this way. Do a little upgrade. Make sure that happened. Yep, okay, so now we're at anti-seizure, which is 11 to 15, so we need to get back down to 15. We're at 19 now. So we go basic, and we say decrease. So 19, that's down to 16, and then 13 should do it. So we'll say, let's do it this way if I can. Let's that way, and then how am I gonna get this to go this way? So it's 19 down to 16, down to 13, and then we should just be able to put a pill printer here. Or I could put a creamer there too, I guess. Let's just put a creamer here. Why not? Because it'll line up very nicely if I do these things. Okay, so get that, get this, and then we send this out to be processed. Now let's make sure I've done this right. 16 is down to 13. Cool, and it just induces nightmares, so that's not bad. For anti-seizure. It's anti-seizure medication that causes nightmares. Oh well,
Product
you can't have everything.
Required.
All right, we'll say Freddy's no shakes. Oh God, I am horrible. I am a horrible human being. Actually, we could bring that down. Let's see, 1, 2. If I brought it down 2 more, I'd get rid of the induces nightmares and still have the anti-seizure. I have room to do that, sort of. So I guess I could do that too. Let's see what this is doing as far as, oh man, so many research points. Let's go spend these research points. They're burning a hole in my pockets here. Salary costs, we got our outsourcing all the way built up. I'm not going to build up trials yet because I'm not running any. Patent costs.
Insufficient upgrade points.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought that said more than that. I thought it said like 26. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Actually, it did because it's down to 6, down to 10. Yeah. All right. So it's 16. Let's get these down.
Insufficient upgrade points.
Okay, so that's 8 there, 16 for this one. All right, we're doing things. Should be cutting all the things down, and then this guy can upgrade another one of these. All right, so we'll get this guy down to his maximum discounts. And am I using the hypoallergenic thing? I don't think I am. I don't think I'm using this at all. This hypoallergenic thing coming in, so I think it would behoove me to just get rid of these explorers because I'm not using them. What does this do? Booster effect, psychological medication. This is the purple thing, which there was one thing we had on there that does do a purple catalyst, but I don't think I'll be able to get around to that anytime soon. We got another green catalyst if we needed it, which we don't. Then deep sea exploration. All right, so I think we can fire all these guys. We don't need them anymore. Thanks for your contribution, folks, but we don't need your help anymore in that realm. All right, so I think we're good there. That'll bring my costs down even more. And I'm all about the cost cutting right now, so we can get this money target that we need. And Deuce's Nightmares is actually pretty low on this guy, so he's doing pretty good with a C average there. Let's put a stock limit of 5. Get him up to 6% as well. So we're doing good on all these things. We're selling things. It's just taking a while. Our daily profit has gone up to $217 on this
New
guy.
world event.
On. So that's nice. And painkillers is down. Alright, that's fine. These are really not selling too well. They're almost hitting my stock limit, honestly. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. I've got all the things in here. This is the male contraceptive too. I got more and it's sitting there in stock than I'm actually selling, which is not fun. Not fun at all. Is there anybody else in that realm that's doing this? Am I the only one? Competitors have 0.5 per day that they're doing. I'm only getting 0.2 share per day. So clearly I'm not, my processes aren't efficient enough is what that's telling me. I wonder if I can somehow improve that going out. Let's see where we're at here with that. That's this guy, right? It's the male contraceptive that's going out. So these guys are like far behind the process here because this is not getting too many coming through because one's going here and one's going the other way. I wonder if there is a way that I can improve that. Now what is this? This is my that. I wonder if I can improve the speed of that. See, that's the problem is these aren't coming in that fast on this side. You know what I mean? Like everything along the way is slow. Unless I can get the cryogenic condenser to speed up. If there's a way to do that, but I don't know if there is a way to do that, to be honest. So a lot of my production woes here are due to just having such a long production line, I think, more than anything else. So I don't know how I'm not sure how you can fix that, if that's something that is even fixable. Right? You'd think maybe upgrading things would do it, but I don't think really don't think that works as far as getting, more things out there. Now, obviously the drug packer I'm using, I could probably upgrade. But still then, that's not really going to do me any good, I don't think. And this one, process cost goes down, process cost goes down. I mean, that's helpful, but not necessarily what I really need here. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, since I fired all those other guys, I could probably hire on a couple more of these guys and just get this research going like there's no tomorrow. What is the company view saying about things? We're at 62%, only $170 in researcher salaries, and our ingredient costs are down about as low as they're going to get. Our processing costs are still kind of high, so we can get those down a little bit more. Will be good. How much time do we have on here? We are at 3.8 million, and we've got only 18 months left. So we're running right down to the wire here, my friends. Right down to that wire. Hopefully, keep afloat. So, a little bit, some notes on the series here. I've been playing Big Pharma for quite some time, as evidenced by the episode numbers and stuff. And one of the things I wanted to do was at least be able to get through most, if not all, of the machines. And I was able to accomplish a lot of that here. I was going to do a custom, game where I could just go and play for keepsies and just get all the things done. But I think this is pretty good as it is. I mean, the only things we don't have, as far as the research goes, is like some of these, like the syringe ejector, which don't really need that. I could get it if I want to. I mean, the computer is selling syringes and stuff. The atomic sequencer and the hadron collider, which don't really. I mean, all effects are active concentration. I don't really need these for anything. These are just kind of very, very exotic machines. I think the fact that I've needed the ultraviolet cure and the chromatograph or whatever it is, I think is good enough as far as satisfying my sort of kind of requirements for getting to an end game, as it were, with Big Pharma. So I'm going to try here to wrap this up this episode. So I may, depending on how this fleshes out, I may end up fast forwarding here a little bit, just so that you can see how this ends, because we are getting down to the wire, and about the only thing I could do right now is more of these upgrades and try to get this squared away, as far as making all the money that is possible. All right, my friends, got a bit of a bad news here. We've only got 6 days remaining, and we're at $4.7 million, not quite to the $5 million. So we're not going to make it, unfortunately, after all that long, arduous process of getting to this point, and we're going to fall just short. There it is. We failed. Oh, that sucked. We were so close, too. So very, very close. Ended up being $300,000 too short, or a little under $300,000 too short on that goal. That was horrible, but I think I did pretty darn good for what I did. I ended up right at the end there. I fired all my researchers, all my explorers. I was at 64% operating profit. We had pretty much upgraded most of everything that I had. It just was too little, too late. That is unfortunate, but I did struggle so much early on, so I guess that's really what it comes down to. But you can see our tech tree here, where we're at, and then our giant, enormous facility that we have built with the snaking machinery going all over the place. I'm sure if I was better at logistics and stuff, I'm sure I would probably be able to figure out a better way of organizing these in such a way that they're not so that they're producing things a lot faster
world event
than what they actually are. Because I think that's really what killed me here, is that I'm not producing things fast enough. I could have doubled up and had a couple things all going out the same way, like have a couple of them that are the same cure going out and all that stuff, or expand out to these other buildings and do it over there, whatever the case may be. But I wanted to try to save some money at the same time as doing that. Plus, I mean, we're at $912,000, which is the most I think I've ever had in the game as far as being in the positive. I haven't had to have a loan out in ages, especially how in the hole we were at the very, very beginning there. So that's unfortunate, but that is the breaks of the game. Them's the breaks. And this, my friends, Big Pharma has been an excellent game. Very, very good. Let's see if I can get some credits up on here, shall we? Let's save this game, because why not? Okay, I've looked around to see if there were credits for the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a credits menu. That's unfortunate, because I'd like to give props to where it is deserved. But this has been Big Pharma, my friends. It's been a nice long series. I enjoy this game quite a bit. It's been really, really nice, really well done game. I'm glad that I stumbled onto it entirely. I had never seen anybody play it before. I just stumbled onto it on Steam, and I'm very glad that I did. I would highly recommend, if you like, the logistics stuff, or you like the, the strategy games kind of in this realm. That's nice, a nice chill strategy game for the most part. I would highly recommend Big Pharma. It's been out on Steam for quite some time, so you can go pick it up. It's got some DLC, the Marketing and Malpractice DLC that I've showed you this playthrough, with all the different marketing things that I didn't really touch upon all the marketing stuff. There were still some more late game things that we could have touched upon at some point too, but generally speaking, I think it's been a nice run. And I've enjoyed my time. I feel like at some point a game like this never ends, right? And at some point you gotta just say, okay, I think we've done some good things here, and it's time to move along and leave it to the annals of history, I'd say. And Big Pharma's been a really, really fun time. I don't really have too many complaints about the game. The only thing I can really point out as being kind of a negative is they really need a way to manage their different pages on the UI a little bit better. As you saw from many of my playthroughs, it's a lot of times I'm going back and forth between the cures and the production assembly, and because I'm like, well, okay, which one does this need? What does this need now? What does that need now? Because I could, constantly forget. It's like the phenomenon of walking through doors. Like if you walk through every door that you walk through in your house means you're more likely to forget why you went into that room. It's the same thing here. It's like, I see what is coming up next, but then I switch to the other view and I start doing it, and then I'm like, wait, where was I at? And then I have to switch back to the other view, and then trying to link up between the two views, like what you're currently working on with what you're trying to do. If there was a way to maybe highlight something, like maybe a button that's just like, hey, make this highlighted as opposed to the other things, and then make it easier to see things. Or if I could click on something on the assembly line and have it automatically take me to the cures tab for that thing, that would make the navigation a lot easier. It would make it a lot less difficult to kind of keep track of what you're doing and where you got to be and what you're looking at. Because a lot of times I was building the wrong machines, or forgetting a machine, as I did in the end there, because it just the constant switching back and forth. But beyond that, once you get used to the UI and how it's laid out, everything works pretty much as you would expect. I think it's there's got to be some kind of trick to it as to how to get higher production rates. I'm sure others who are far more intelligent could come up with that. But beyond that, enjoyed the heck out of it. I would highly recommend you go and pick this game up. Links to it, as always, are in the description. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next series.